Welcome back. We had a great idea the other day, and I'm really into running recently. My name is Bernard. I'm the General Manager for Monards. To my right, I have...
I'm Martin, and I'm the marketing guy for Monards.
We had this brilliant idea because recently I've been really enjoying running. And if you've been following my Instagram, I'm always wearing a Breitling Endurance Pro or a Tudor, and we get this question so often. What type of watch would you wear if I was to go running or cycling or any type of sport? And we had this brilliant idea to do a bit of a discovery session and our own thoughts and our own choices in relation to these types of active lifestyle watches. So let's kick it off.
Yeah, let's go.
We each picked out 3 watches that we thought deserve a bit of attention when it comes to an active lifestyle. And I guess to kind of kick it off, Martin, like what type of sport do you usually enjoy? What do you like doing?
So on a regular basis, I do a bit of an alternative sport.
It's a bit of a funky one.
It's a funky one. It's disc golf, otherwise known as frisbee golf. It's basically golf played with frisbees.
And how did you get into it?
I got into it through my girlfriend's family, actually.
Your girlfriend's family?
My girlfriend's family. So we went up on a trip to Blancpain.
Yep.
There is a course up on the mountain there.
Yep.
I played 1 round. I thought it was fun, but I didn't think about it for 9 months.
Yep.
And then after Tokyo Olympics, I was like working from home, and I was like, I need to watch more sport while I'm doing some work.
Yeah.
So I searched up disc golf, and I fell down the rabbit hole, basically.
Okay, so that was like 3 years ago.
It was about 3 years ago, yeah.
Okay, do you do any other type of sport or?
Do a little bit of gym, just a little bit of running, not as much as you, but yeah, a little bit here and there.
Just a bit here and there.
Yeah.
Only 8 kilometers a day.
Do you play lacrosse or?
I don't know, man. You can't tell what sport I like to. Hey, so let's get back to the watches. And when we say active lifestyle, we pretty much mean things like cycling, jogging. Watches we don't have for golf. Watches we don't have for tennis either. And there's probably a reason for that, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, what are the type of reasons for that?
There's a lot of movement involved, a lot of speed, and a lot of acceleration, deceleration.
Yeah, bit of vibration.
Bit of vibration as well.
Yeah.
And that's something that can really, really mess with a watch.
Yeah. So the more parts a watch has, and the more it's subject to like vibrations, speed, the more kind of trickier it is for the watch to be performing accurately, right? Like that's probably a kind of great way to talk about it. And so things like jogging or cycling, actually I do use my watches quite regularly, but not every single watch I would talk about when it comes to active lifestyles. So maybe let's show everyone the kind of watches we picked out, right?
Yep.
Like and how we kind of went about it.
Yep. I picked a triple threat titanium trio.
Okay.
For mine.
Yeah.
Titanium being very light.
Yep.
Very wearable. Also, when you put it on the wrist, it's not like too cold as well. So it's very, 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 very comfortable on the wrist.
Yeah. Titanium's kind of like flavor of the industry, right?
A little bit. Yeah. We're starting to see a little bit more titanium being used in their collections.
Yeah. Okay, so I can see you got like 2 bracelets. You have a choice you have 2 choices that I probably would pick myself, and like that's a great choice. So that's a good connoisseur's choice. Like, good on you.
I think so. And how did you go about picking your ones?
For me, I actually went about very simply alternative materials, lightweight, and color. That was pretty much it. Yeah. And also, whenever I wear a watch during, whether it's gym or like cycling or running, I don't want to wear a bracelet because when you're kind of doing these activities, your hands are going around everywhere, and I want it to be very light. I've actually got on an Endurance Pro right now, And the reason why I do enjoy it is because when you sweat a lot, or when you, like, especially during summer, you put on a bit of sunscreen, right? And you want to be wearing something that you can just rinse. And it's nice and light, you just rinse it.
Yep.
And you're just very comfortable, I think, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And whenever I'm out and about, I'm usually in like black or like very neutral colors. So I want my wrist to just pop off.
Well, you've chosen the right one for your get up now as well.
I'm just doing 10 kilometers. Just, it's after lunch,
But then also you've got the great color choices as well. So.
Yeah, something a bit unusual. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. What's your first choice, man?
So my first pick is a Tag Heuer Aquaracer Solargraph.
Yeah.
The reason why I picked this one was because it is solar powered. So you can wear it anywhere, anytime, literally powered by the light of the sun or artificial lighting. So we'll get power from anywhere. And it's super practical as well. So on the bracelet, you could wear it with a suit, and then you could go from formal wear to the gym, have a bit of a jog.
You can also switch the bracelet around. I'm sure you can switch it around to like a NATO, right?
Yes, yeah. Put it on a fabric strap. Pretty thin as well.
Yeah.
So very light, very thin. Awesome.
Yeah. I remember when this watch came out, it would have been like, the original one was in a darker titanium, or was it a black ceramic? I can't remember. This was about 2 years ago. And the needle, the second hand was also, I can't remember, but I was taken aback because it was like 2 minutes in the sun for, I can't remember how long.
A couple of hours, right?
No, it was like 2 minutes, and then it's like, we'll get the specs up, the exact specs. We're gonna put the specs on the B-roll right now. Let's not be too technical. This is one of my favorite watches. It's a solar powered movement, and it is a quartz, which means it's easy to kind of set, and because of the large charge, you can just kind of set and forget. Smaller case size, it's like sandblasted titanium, right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty...
all around as well.
Yeah, it's pretty relaxed. It's a uniform, a very toolish kind of looking watch. This is a great choice. This is what I would call connoisseur's choice.
And there's a touch of color.
Yeah.
It's a touch of color I think you would appreciate as well.
Like it's enough. It's enough.
Yeah.
And you've got like the TV screen dial, which is how like it gets the kind of energy from the sun. Yeah, this is a great choice. I actually would, no joke, add this to my own collection. Yeah, good choice.
All right,
to kind of battle that choice, since that is a quartz, let's start off with a quartz. I've got here the Endurance Pro Bright Light, which is a composite material. It's nice and light. It's patented by Breitling. It's also quite durable.
Yeah.
I've had multiple iterations of the Endurance Pro. And I don't know if you remember, but I used to have a yellow one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you did. You did.
It got auctioned off for charity. So nowadays when I go
What a story.
Yeah. Nowadays when I go to a charity lunch, I never wear a good watch.
In case you have to auction it.
Yeah. This is the Bright Light, the Endurance Pro in Bright Light in a super quartz movement. In the smaller size. This is a new release. They've updated the strap and made the case a bit smaller. This is very much like very Breitling-esque, who's rooted in aviation. And this was introduced when the new CEO came on board. And this on the smaller size, have you tried this on?
I haven't tried the smaller size actually.
Yeah, actually give it a whirl.
I'll give it a whirl.
Yeah, I want to give it a shot too, because I'm thinking about, like this is a good size for me, right?
That is a good size.
Yeah, I've had this for a while now, and I just kind of wanted to see how it would feel with a smaller size. That looks good.
Yeah, okay.
It looks good. Would you do the color but?
I think I'm not as adventurous for this one.
Yeah.
So the purple for me, I'd probably keep the purple on the inside.
Yeah.
But maybe change the strap out for another color.
Like a black.
Personally.
Okay.
But I think for me, I would choose actually your size.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I actually like your larger size a bit better.
All right, give us a try, man. I want to have a quick shot. The beautiful thing about the Super Quartz is that it has a neat little function where when you actually do the reset, there is a really nice animation that you can see for yourself only. Size-wise, I probably would also stick with the bigger size.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a great watch that you can just share as well with your partner. All right, let's have a look at your second choice.
Second choice. Okay, so picture this. You are on a business trip.
Yeah.
You've flown to Asia, Europe,
Yeah.
maybe America as well.
Yeah.
You are still looking to keep in touch with your fitness.
Yeah.
But you're a bit of a light packer. You travel light.
Yeah.
Right? So what you've got on the wrist is a Grand Seiko Evo 9 GMT
Yeah.
that you use to travel,
Yeah.
that you've used to track the different time zones around the world
Yeah.
as you're globetrotting
Yeah.
for work. And you need to hit the gym. You don't want to change. You don't want to change out. You don't want to have to swap the watch over.
Yeah.
You don't want to have to. You don't have to bother with that.
I'm gonna pause you right there. Has anybody seen our first video, our first YouTube, where Martin and Brady talk about a 3-watch collection that they've created for under 30 grand? And Martin just loves the word practicality. It's a very practical choice.
It's practical, right?
You can do your gym, but you can also use it for its purpose.
You can wear this. You could wear this to the office after you go to gym. You can still rinse this off under the tap as well.
Yeah.
You might get a bit sweaty. You might get a couple of smudges on it.
Yeah.
It's a screw down crown, so you can just dump it under.
Okay.
Rinse it under the sink when you're done. But super good looks. Very, very practical with the complication.
Yes.
And titanium case, again, making it very light, very wearable for all-purpose use.
I personally, the thing that I most like about this watch is the spring drive. And spring drive is cool, right? Like it's very different. It's very smooth seconds hand. It's very accurate. I also like the fact it's in titanium, right?
Yep.
So it's nice and light. Yeah. Okay. That's an interesting choice for a watch that you take, I guess, to go for a jog with.
But I can also see that you've picked something slightly similar.
Slightly similar.
Slightly similar.
What do you
Same
mean?
complication.
Same Oh yeah. Okay. This one's a bit of a sleeper pick, eh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've got the Bulgari in aluminium. It's got an integrated rubber strap. Geez, if you were around in the 90s, it would have been the 90s, I believe.
Super popular
Yeah.
in the 90s.
This was like the watch to have. Like if you were a jet setter, if you were holidaying on the Amalfi Coast, this was the watch to have. Bulgari, it's a smaller case size. It's in an alternative material. And I guess like the kind of theme that I've got here is like rubber straps, great for sunscreen, great for comfort, and just easy to just rinse off, right? And that's the reason why I've picked this. There's kind of like a watch enthusiast there's a watch journalist that I follow, and he's recently picked up a Bulgari, and I must say I didn't think of it like that. So that's the reason why I added it as my second pick, and it's kind of got its own unique flavor, right?
Yeah.
Like this for me is just 90s vintage vibes, and just overall Amalfi Coast, sun setting, having like an Aperol spritz.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's that super Italian, like dolce far niente type feel. The sweetness of doing nothing kind of feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that, or you just like the color because you're a Demons fan. Any Melbourne supporters? This one's for you. That's a great way to justify this.
Yeah. Do my team colors.
It's an automatic GMT, aluminium. So I think it'll make a great kind of active watch.
Yeah.
You don't have to think too much, and there's no complexity in terms of like, there's not too many parts.
Yeah. Just throw it on.
Yeah, just throw it on. Okay, what you got for your third?
Third and final, titanium triple threat.
Yep.
This is a watch that is near and dear to my heart. I have the stainless steel version on my wrist right now.
Yeah,
and
you love this watch, man.
This is something that I've genuinely worn everywhere. Like I have gone jogging with my own Bathyscaphe, but I have the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Bathyscaphe in grade 23 titanium.
Yeah, okay.
So this is the kind of horological diver's watch, super well finished with the movement in the back. And if you are one that likes to swap watches around, this has 5 days of power reserve. So you can put it back in the drawer, pick it up later in the week and it'll still be running. And it's just super good looking and is, again, light on the wrist and very handsome.
How do you compare like the different NATO strap versus the sail canvas? Which one would you recommend for some guy who just wants to throw it on, go for a run?
I think the sailcloth just wins out.
Really?
For me.
Really?
I'm a NATO kind of guy for this watch, but I think for everyone, I think the sailcloth is like just edges it out.
I'm going to pause you right there because I'm all in on the NATO strap.
Yeah, okay.
So if anybody's interested in this particular watch, and I'm very privileged, I've got the Moonphase complete calendar version. NATO, all the way. But that's personal preference, of course. And make sure you get the NATO with the fabric keeper. Makes it a bit more comfortable.
I have the version with the metal keepers, and you might like it, you might not. Whereas the fabric one is definitely more everyday wear, like can kind of stand up to a bit more sweat, a bit more heat kind of thing.
Yeah. Do you play frisbee golf in that?
I have actually played disc golf in the Bathyscaphe.
Oh, really?
So I have, it's held up very well.
Are you open for sponsorship? Are you? Is there a way we can slap a sticker on your back?
There's a hat space on the forehead.
Something?
There is shirt space, available real estate. Get in touch with me, please.
So the Blancpain Bathyscaphe, you got it in like steel, titanium, or black ceramic?
Yep. Or grey ceramic as well.
Or grey ceramic as well. Grey ceramic. Okay.
Yes.
So for me, I probably, if someone's like, I want to watch that I can do anything, do a bit of gym, do a bit of running, do a couple laps in the pool, then I probably would recommend either titanium or steel. And are they considerably, in terms of weight, are they a bit different?
Very, very different. I think you should have a feel of the two next to each other.
I'm kind of a bit over stainless steel watches. To be honest, like I enjoy them all, but I've had
have a feel of that.
Yeah.
And then have a feel of that one.
It's a hard pick. The way to tell the difference between the titanium and the steel is actually in the dial.
Yes, yeah.
You've got like this...
And the bezel as well.
Oh, and the bezel as well.
Yeah. So the bezel on the titanium one has that kind of radial type brushing.
Oh.
And then the stainless steel is a polished finish on the ceramic bezel.
Yeah. They're both very different. In terms of the weight, there is a difference. But personally, myself, I like the black ceramic version. The green dial, that would be in the chrono. That would be like my pick.
Yes.
NATO strap too.
Yeah. So what did you go with for your final pick?
This watch is pretty special. I've kind of brought this watch out a few times, and I've made it my mission actually to talk more about it because I really like this watch. Personally, Tudor Pelagos FXD chronograph, the Alinghi version. And, we're pretty lucky at Monards. We get to see such a wide range of watches. Highs, lows, different complications, different materials, different clients. But this watch here, this represents, for me anyway, something very unique. And that is the monoblock case construction.
Yeah.
So the monoblock is something you just don't see at all. And I really find that just inspirational, to be honest, because they've kind of changed the way you think about a case, right? So the idea behind this is that for any monoblock construction, there's for normal watches, they're usually attached by spring bar.
Yep. Yep.
And under stress or under duress, that is an area where some sort of breakage or risk could occur. And the way to get around that is to kind of eliminate the actual spring bar.
Yep.
So the innovation behind that, I find that really cool. Itself, in its own form, visually, it's unusual. It kind of speaks to me, it grabs my attention.
What I think you like the most about this watch as well is the strap.
Yeah. So, these straps
Watch out, this is going to find its way onto your wrist.
Yeah, no, it really is. I reckon give it like 2 weeks, because we've made a few videos about this watch, and I keep coming back to it. I don't think I'll stop until I put it on my wrist. But what's great about it is it's also in a composite material. It's very light. And that strap. Like, this is something great if, for example, going for a jog, just came out of the sauna, you know, you've been active, right? And your kind of body shape has changed. So you might be a little bit swollen if you're going for a jog.
Yep.
And the beautiful thing about this strap is that you can just adjust it to whatever, you know, whatever size you are.
Yeah, you can just let it out really easily, or you can tighten it very, very easily as well.
Yeah, and it gives me a very similar feeling to the Blancpain Bathyscaphe, because when you strap one of these watches on your wrist, you just feel automatically very tactical. You feel like you're some sort of special forces, like commando vibes. So I really enjoy that.
And in the blackened case, the black composite case as well, it feels even more special ops, like commando style as well, because it's, you know.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of the Pelagos, right? Like, one thing that most people probably won't realize until you own one is, and this is probably a really weird detail that maybe only watch enthusiasts or people who have an extreme eye for detail, they would pick up, but the distance between the dial and the sapphire crystal is quite low.
It almost looks like you're looking at an iPhone screen.
Yeah, a tad. I call it the dish. There's not too much dish on the side.
Yeah.
So this is like a very flat pizza, right? This ain't a deep dish, which you might get
Napolitan style.
This is like just everything good, you know?
Yeah.
And I really enjoy that detail. The hands are great too. The color is unusual as well. And usually, like Red Bull, Alinghi vibe watches, they kind of have a lot of logos.
They're quite overt about it. Yeah.
Whereas this one here, for me anyway, my kind of take on it is it could pass off as a, you know, not a collaboration edition.
It's very utilitarian looking on the surface as well. It doesn't look like a branded piece.
Yeah. Hands down, I've got the Blancpain bronze, which I take out regularly. Good movement, good accuracy, and something that you don't have to worry too much about, actually.
Yeah.
Wherever you are in the world, or if you're just going for a jog or whatevs. I probably wouldn't take it swimming.
Why's that?
Tag a mate that needs a new strap. If you tag him below and he follows me, I'll probably just give him a little gift. So, okay, we've got 3 choices here that we kind of enjoy, and we think that somebody who's active would enjoy as well.
Yeah, and it's such a varied kind of segment, right? There's so much choice in this segment.
Yeah, your collection and my collection, like our choices are pretty different actually.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the beauty of watches, right?
Exactly. There is always something for everyone.
Yeah, but it also communicates different things.
Yeah.
So, That's why we at Monards, we've got so many different brands. If you're interested to find out more or you want to chat to us, just DM us, let us know. And if anybody has any kind of ideas for our next video, shoot them through. We'd love to hear.